In a small village in Nigeria,
highlifeng.com.
there lived a young girl named Chisom. Her name meant God is with me, but the only thing she could feel was loneliness and sadness. But sometimes the quietest cry is the loudest. Chisom's life hadn't always been this way. She had a mother, a warm and loving woman named Chinyere. Her mother had always told her that as long as she believed in herself, nothing could break her. But one day, tragedy struck. Chinyere became very ill from food, poisoning. Her beautiful smile faded, and her gentle voice grew faint. And then she was gone, leaving Chisom with nothing but memories, but with a message. Don't let them break you. My child, you are as strong as a rock. After her mother's death, things got worse. Chisom's father, Ade, remarried a woman named Uche. Uche wasn't like Chinyere. She wasn't kind, and she certainly didn't care for Chisom. Uche treated her like a servant in her own home. You can't do anything, very lazy girl. You want to be weak, like your mother, but I wouldn't let it happen. Chisom worked tirelessly. She cleaned, she cooked, and she was never allowed a moment of rest. Her step siblings, Tunde and Yetunde, laughed and mocked her, never showing any compassion. Chisom couldn't speak up. She didn't want to cause trouble. Her heart was heavy, and her tears fell in silence, the kind of tears that nobody sees. But there was someone who saw, someone who always watched over Chisom. It was her mother, Chinyere. Though she was no longer alive, her spirit never left her daughter. One evening, when the sky was painted with stars, Chisom found herself by the river bank, feeling lost and hopeless. And there, in the darkness, she heard a voice, Chisom. Chisom froze. She knew that voice. It was her mother's voice. She turned slowly, but there was nothing, just the wind whispering in the trees. Chinyere's spirit whispered to Chisom often, reminding her of her strength. You are not alone, she would say. You are not forgotten. But even with her mother's guidance, life at home did not change. What is wrong with you? Ifioma, Chisom's best friend, said. I'm good. Poor Chioma replied, trying to smile. I see the way she treats you, how you barely sleep. But Chisom, don't break down. It's only for a short period of time. Let's go meet Pastor Mike. No one has the right to treat you in such manner, but be of good cheer. One day the truth will surface. You've heard Pastor Mike. Always be of good cheer and be prayerful. Whatever you do know, God loves you. One fateful day, Chisom found something strange. A letter from her mother hidden in a drawer she had never opened. The words in the letter were written in Chinyere's beautiful handwriting. The letter said, Chisom, my sweet child, never let anyone dim your light. The world will try to break you, but remember that you are made of strength. You will rise above, and when the time is right, you will find your voice again. The letter changed something in Chisom. She realized that even though her voice had been silenced for so long, her spirit was still strong, and one day that strength would rise. Days passed, and things continued to worsen at home, but Chisom grew more confident with each passing day. She began to quietly stand up for herself, not with words, but with her actions. And when her father, Ade, ignored her pain once more, she stopped trying to please him. She knew her worth now. And then, one day, it happened. Chinyere's spirit appeared before Uche, her stepmother, and in a moment of intense spiritual power, Chinyere's ghost spoke aloud, confess or you die. Uche, terrified and speechless, felt the weight of the curse she had cast upon herself. Please don't hurt me. I was jealous and I let my greed and pride turn into something ugly. Her manipulation and control over Chisom began to crumble, and from that moment on, she could not harm Chisom again. Chisom, though still silent, had found her voice, not in words but in the strength of her spirit, and that, my friends, was the loudest cry of all. So remember, There are times when silence is louder than words. There are moments when the loudest cry comes from the heart that is strong enough to rise, even when everything seems against it. Chisom showed us that. Please don't forget to subscribe. We post videos like this every week. Subscribe so you don't miss season 1 to 8, The Agonies of Chisom.
highlifeng.com